The calm atmosphere in one of the elite military camps in South Korea suddenly changed dramatically. An unremarkable morning suddenly became a sea of whispers and questioning eyes. And it all started when an unexpected figure appeared in front of the gate. Bang Si-hyuk, the founder of HYB, the man behind the success of BTS, entered the military camp without any notice, without control, without a camera, without an official agenda. And what is more surprising? Jin, Jungkook, and Jimin, 3 BTS members who are currently serving in the military, were not told at all in advance. Armies all over the world were stunned. What does this sudden visit mean? What exactly is behind the tightly closed camp walls? Moments that make the heartbeat. Eyewitnesses who were military staff leaked that Bang PD came in simple civilian clothes, accompanied only by 2 HYB staff. There was no media coverage, no boisterous noise. But that's exactly what makes everything feel unusual. We thought it was just an ordinary guest, but as soon as we saw his face, everyone fell silent. That's Bang Si-hyuk. Bang PD, said one of the military staff who declined to be named. According to an internal source, when Bang PD appeared, Jin was undergoing tactical training, while Jimin and Jungkook were serving in the logistics division. All 3 were called to the briefing room. No explanation. There is no context. Only instructions. Report to the main room now. Jin's reaction. Hyung, what's going on? Jin, as the oldest BTS member and the first to serve in the military, looked very surprised to see Bang PD's arrival. This is the first time I've seen his face in person at the camp. I even thought maybe this was just a dream. Jin said when asked informally by his colleagues. Even more thrilling, Jin was seen shedding tears while talking to Bang PD. No one knows the content of the conversation for sure. But one thing is clear, there are huge emotions pouring out. Is this about a secret project? Was there something going on outside that Jin didn't know about while he was on duty? Jungkook and Jimin until silence. Jungkook, who is known as the Golden Magne, and Jimin, who always appears cheerful, are suddenly at a loss for words. They can only look at each other when they enter the room and see Bang PD sitting with a serious face. No smiles, no hugs, just a meaningful look. JK didn't even have time to say hello. He just stared straight, then sat silently, said one of the soldiers who saw the moment. Even Jimin, who is usually a connector of laughter wherever he is, can only look down with teary eyes. Mystery agenda. Bang PD. Secret meeting. What made it all the more mysterious was the fact that the meeting lasted almost 2 hours and no one, not even senior military officers, were allowed to enter. Is this talk about BTS's comeback? Or is there a serious problem being faced by HYB or BTS members themselves? Some wild speculation ensued. Some say that Bang PD came with an important decision letter, whether related to the future of BTS or even the personal conditions of the members. Others point out that there may be health conditions that need to be communicated in person, rather than through official channels of communication. Speech balloon army wondered, is this a big sign? Instantly, social media exploded. The hashtags #BangPDMasukCamp and #JinJiminJK are trending in more than 60 countries. Armies from different parts of the world poured out curiosity, concern, and hope. I have a feeling this isn't just an ordinary visit. If Bang PD goes down directly to the camp, it means something big is happening. Conspiracy theories. What are they hiding? Not a few consider this visit as part of a hidden strategy. Some army believe that this is a signal of BTS's silent comeback. Others suspect that HYB is rearranging the strategic direction of his artists, and Bang PD comes to ask for approval or make important decisions. Even more extreme, there is a theory that Bang PD is considering a big plan to temporarily disband BTS and start solo projects globally for each member after their enlistment ends. Is that so? Jin spoke up, A few days after the incident, Jin was seen talking privately to his military colleagues. The one who overheard the conversation leaked one sentence that gave goosebumps. "Maybe this will be the hardest decision we have to make together." Does this mean that something is being seriously considered? Did the PD come to give them a choice? It speaks 1,000 languages when the media tried to contact HYB for confirmation. Not a single official statement was issued. All spokesmen declined to comment. Even Bang Si-hyuk's normally active social media accounts were suddenly quiet. This certainly reinforces the notion that something big is being prepared and not yet ready to be made public. JK and Jimin placed in separate locations. Shortly after the meeting, news broke that Jungkook and Jimin were transferred to a different training location than before. While this could be part of a routine military rotation, many fans believe the move is directly related to the outcome of their meeting with Bang PD. Some mentioned that it was done to give them space to focus and mentally prepare for something big. There are even rumors that Jimin will get special training related to international communication. Conclusion: a beginning of the end or the beginning of a new era. What exactly did he bring with him when he stepped into the military camp? Is it bad news, a tough decision, or just a sweet surprise that has yet to be leaked? To be sure, the army is now torn between anxious and hopeful. And the biggest question still hangs in the air. Is this the return of BTS? Or is it precisely the first step of change that will change everything? One thing is for sure, Bang PD's sudden visit is not just a warm greeting. Behind the closed doors of that military camp, something has happened that will change the course of history for Jin, Jimin, Jungkook, and BTS as a whole. What do you think, ARMY? Do you think this is a good sign or just a signal of disunity? Will BTS be back in full formation? Or will their paths separate one by one? Write your opinion in the comments and don't forget to spread the word to fellow ARMY. Cheap fact or sensation? Bang PD entered the camp without warning. ARMY asked to think critically. After the shocking news of Bang Si-hyuk, Bang PD suddenly visiting the military camp where Jin, Jungkook, and Jimin served spreads like wildfire in the dry season, the public, especially the army, is split into two major camps. One side believed that something big was happening, and Bang PD intervened directly to break the important news to the BTS members. On the other hand, not a few also began to doubt the authenticity of this news and asked, is this really real or just a spy sensation to shake the virtual world and raise popularity again? Did they really come in without warning? Don't military camps have strict protocols? Let's use simple logic. An ordinary civilian cannot carelessly enter the military camp area, let alone the camp where national celebrities such as Jin, Jimin, and Jungkook work. If it's true that Bang Si-hyuk entered without warning, how can South Korea's notoriously strict military system let him get away with it? Even high-ranking government officials usually have to go through strict administrative procedures, security screening, and detailed scheduled visit times. So, going in unannounced as mentioned in various media, does it make sense? Then, if this meeting is so important, why is there no official statement? Why is it that not a single reliable source from HYB, the military, or the government has confirmed this news? Why isn't a single photo or video leaked? In this fast-paced and connected digital age, it's impossible for a big moment, especially one involving big names like Bang Si-hyuk and 3 BTS members, not to leave a visual footprint. Even young military officers have mobile phones. Why isn't a single photo, video, or even voice note leaked to the public? Is it too secret to be documented at all? Or is it that it never happened in the first place and is only part of a fictional narrative developed to stir public emotion? Jin is crying? J is silent? Too dramatic. The narrative goes that Jin was moved to tears, Jimin was at a loss for words, and Jungkook could only stare silently as Bang PD entered. The sentences seem to be arranged like a Korean drama script with high intensity. Question: How does the media know such details about their emotional reactions? Are there any journalists there? Or just from an anonymous source who knows who? Doesn't this make us need to think? Is this indeed a real event? Or is it just a script written to attract the attention of the reader?